Hello YouTube, we're going to do a quick cleanup of this. We're going to use some soap and water, maybe a little bit of, we're going to test it on the back, a little bit of mineral spirits, like paint remover, you know what I mean, paint, not paint thinner, but brush cleaner. Then we're going to put some kind of oil on it, whatever we can find. You can use like, whatever it says, chapstick and generic lip balm. You can use any kind of oil. Don't use like vegetable oil because that stuff gets rancid, but any kind of Vaseline, any grease will work. We're not too picky. We want to get it cleaned up. This we don't know what we're going to do with. Let's just wait till we get there. So stay tuned. We'll bring it back. We'll probably show you. We might bring you back a clip after we wash it. Let's get to work. Okay, I've done this to old leather belts before, so you gotta trust me on that. it does work somewhat. Soap and water. I use some mineral spirits, paint thinner mineral spirits. And this I brushed it. I actually took the wire brush and got all that loose crap out. And then take this one. And when this gets completely dry, because this is really greasy and gross if you've seen it before, that'll get some kind of oil. This I showed a picture. I've got an X-Acto knife where I was chewing on all that frayed leather. I just took some glue, my favorite E6000, and just glued it. That's how dry set, and squeezed it with my fingers. If that don't work, I'll sew it someday. Okay, shoe polish. Disclaimer. First warning, don't light this stuff on fire to melt if you want it running. You just waste the oil. I heat mine up from the bottom with a cigarette lighter. Okay, ain't much left. Doing it outdoors, whatever, in the closed area, you can tell. I warm up the bottom of the tin just a little bit. Like, see where it's a lot over here? I'll just warm that corner with my lighter and not get it right, just to warm it up. Because I want it to go on warm. And this is pretty supple. You know what I mean? It's pretty soft, so we're really going to coat it in shoe polish. We're going to put on our gloves and back off, and we're going to give her a super heavy duty. Don't put it in here, it won't look right. So that just needs to be oiled. We're going to super coat this. We'll let it set for, I'll probably let it set for probably an hour, and I'll come back and brush it. We have a shoe brush. We have this, we have rags, so we're going to put a really, really thick coat on here. So stay tuned, we'll be back. Okay, a real quick clip. Can you see where I had that hot where it was running? No disclaimer, this stuff will flare up. You have a lighter underneath here, don't think it can't catch on fire. I don't have any leather dice. When I was a kid, that's what I do. I do the edge of my belt, see that? And don't be stingy, don't be stingy with the kiwi. What is this? Yeah, don't be stingy with the kiwi. See where I put a little bit of polish right here, just for the fun of it. I don't really think I want to put it here because that's nasty stuff. It's gonna get on your knife and stuff. So we just put a little. Well, like I said, we'll put some oil there when that's completely dry, because that had a little bit of soap and water on a brush. Like I said, took a wire brush and took a lot of the fuzz of it and fluffed it up because it's all greasy. There's a big coat. You only get a minute. See how it's just caked on? And let this stuff set. We're going to wait about an hour or more. We want it on here good. We're going to take our shoe brush. You don't know what that looks like. So I'll be showing you. If you never polish shoes, well, nowadays, who's ever polished shoes or leather? But I'm about due for another can. Who knows how old that is? Anyway, I'll take a picture of that for anybody who don't know what shoe polish is, because there's people who've never used it. Today's society. What a mess. Wear your gloves. We'll be back. Well, what do you think? I just use this to brush it off. That's a shoe brush. That's just too big. Plus, it's so loaded with wax. You can polish your shoes that you don't even need to put no wax on them. Here, get that out of the way. We won't show you the knife. That's that Parker AI with the bone and brass. Because if you haven't seen the video, you better go watch it. See it in there shining away. Yeah, that could be an identifying mark in case somebody stole this from you. See those 3 dots? You can be officer. The case will be 3 dots, and the knife will have 3 dots. Just to let you know. See how nice the edges look? And I did not buff the edges. I just left it and wiped it off lightly. Don't be afraid to use a Kleenex too. And this is what I use. I use both sides. That's like the rough side of my flitzer egg, and that's the soft side. But don't be afraid to get some Kleenex in there and really get a buff. That's presentable. So I'm happy. If I had an old leather belt gave to me or I owned it, I mean, that'd be presentable for every day. Maybe not dress, but as beat up as it is. But there you go. Thanks for watching. I hope that helped you. Just simple stuff. Like I said, be careful with soap and water. Leather takes forever to dry. I use just a little bit on a brush to clean it. I got more here on the raw leather. So that's going to dry. Ooh, there's that sneak peek of that knife again. But no, if it's real gross and greasy, take a brush and brush it. At least a toothbrush and get some of that garbage out of there. Just don't really put wax on there because it might get on your knife, your fingers. Buy you some kind of oil, leather oil or something. That's it. We're gone. We're out of here. Thank you for watching. There's the money shot right there. Goodbye.